All right. So have you guys heard about this? There is a woman on TikTok that she went to Walmart. She picked up a pair of $3 sneakers, and then she went to pay for those sneakers, and they were significantly more expensive. And now we have a whole conversation about dynamic pricing.
Yeah. So what everyone was afraid of was the dynamic pricing. Like, what if I'm in Walmart shopping and the price says one thing, but by the time I get to the register, it says something else? And I guess it's something she had been concerned about and talked to Walmart about before. And they said, oh, just take pictures of it to prove it, and then they can price match it at the register or whatever. She had to fight for an hour to get the $3 shoes for $3 because by the time she went from the back of the store to the front of the store, the price changed. And when she went back in the store to check it again, the price was still $3. But when she was at the register, the price was $19.
Yeah. So this is something we talked about. We've talked about the dynamic pricing and, Walmart in particular, because they have those digital shelf tags now, right? Mm-hmm. And they can change the price. And I've actually seen them change in real time. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's because I walked by them. That's what people are afraid of. They're afraid that they will change the price based on who you are, when you're shopping, supply, demand, all that kind of stuff. Well, that's because
they had that experiment where they did do that, but that was like it was like an Instacart or something like that, where they were doing that as an experiment. That's a little different, which I hope they refunded people. They overcharged for things. But yeah, people were worried, and rightfully so. It's a question everybody asked. It was a hypothetical. What if I put it in my cart, by the time I get to the front of the store, you charge me something different because I clearly want it, so now you're going to charge me more. Oh, no, that won't happen. Until it allegedly did happen. So here we are.
Here we are, and this might be a glimpse into our dystopian future if prices just fluctuate based on whatever, the weather, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to be able to budget for groceries or anything. And
it's ridiculous. The price should be set as a price. And then you want it changed, you have to go out, you change it the next day. You shouldn't be able to change it 2 or 3 times throughout the day anyway. That's stupid.
No. I think it's going to get worse. I think they're going to keep pushing to see how far they can push, but eventually they're going to charge you whatever they think you're willing to pay, and they're going to maximize their profit. And I guarantee you Disney's taking notes on this. They're going to be like, damn, we can just like raise the price of the Dole Whips in the park $2 when it's really hot and people will pay it and they won't even think twice about it. All right, so let's talk about all this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
If you'd like more Clownfish TV, go out to more.clownfishtv.com for more exclusive episodes and podcasts you will not find here on YouTube. Thank you for the support, and also check out the audio version of Clownfish TV on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Okay, so this is coming from the New York Post. Angry Walmart shopper thought she scored $3 shoes, then she paid 6 times the price at checkout.
Well, she didn't pay that because she didn't pay for it at that price. So yeah, I'll summarize it because I actually watched her video. So there was 5 parts of this series, and she was really upset. She was upset because a couple different things that were going on, but that did not help. She was grocery shopping. She has, some kids, and she, is doing everything she can to keep prices down because everything's going up and up and up, and she has, multiple children. So she was, she's not asking like for freebies or anything like that. She's just trying to find things on sale like a lot of us have to do and have had to do before. So her kids needed shoes, and she was going to buy them at Walmart, which everybody keeps mentioning don't shop at Walmart. And she kept saying in each clip, she's like, I know I shouldn't shop at Walmart, but sometimes you don't have a choice, right?
Right.
Like sometimes the only place around you. So she went and she was looking for shoes. She thought, well, she's in here, she'll stop and get some. So when she was in the back, there was a tag that was marked $3 down from $18.98 for these shoes. Well, initially the shoes that were showing there weren't the right shoes. So she had to search on her phone to see what shoes they were and then make sure she found those correct ones. So she found the correct ones. She scanned the tag, and she has herself marked in the location of the store in Walmart. So she's showing us what the price should be in the store where she's at. And then she found the correct one showing $3. So she's like, oh, great. This is a win. I'm going to get these. So she went to go check out. And when she went to check out, she said her son noticed some of the things he put in the cart were ringing up a little higher, but he couldn't remember for 100% certainty. So she didn't want to go look and see what the tag said. So she just let it go. But then she got the shoes, and she knew they were $3 because she made a big hunt to find the right ones. And it's rang up as full price. And she's like, what do you mean it's full price? It's $3. So she got somebody over to talk to them about it. And then of course we're like, well, I don't know. It's ringing up that price. And she went back and got a picture. So she went to the back of the store, took a photo of with the QR code of the shoes showing $3, so you can see that that's exact same pair.
Right.
And she checked it on her phone like she did earlier. When she was at the shoes for $3, it rang up in that store as $3 on her phone. When you check like the price checker.
Right.
When she gets to the front of the store, and this happened twice then, when she gets to the front of the store at the register, her phone shows them as being $19, as does the register. All right. So she's like, what the heck? So she went through all these managers. They were acting like she was trying to steal something. The one lady acted like she was full of it. So she went back and looked, didn't come back for a while. And then she came back and said, you're right. Those are $3. I don't know why it's showing up that way. Then other managers after her gave her a hard time. And by the end, after like an hour or so, they finally said, well, we'll let you buy them for $3. Like she was pushing them and being rude and being a criminal. And she's like, that's not the point. The point is you have them on the shelf for $3. By the time I get to the register, the price changes. And it's not because you're online shopping, because they don't price match online prices. This is the price for in the store.
This kind of reminds me of, and you probably know what story I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know what story.
Here. Okay, so about 20 years ago, a long time ago, they were selling Transformers at Walmart. They were doing the buy one get one 2-packs. It was the I think it was Cybertron or Energon. I think it was Cybertron, and it was basically like if it was $20 Transformer, you get 2 for $20, and they came together. They had like an outer packaging that would put the two together, kind of like they do for the Black Friday deals.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for these forever because there were a couple I was missing. I'm like, oh, I'll do a BOGO or whatever, sell the extra one I already have. Well, our local Walmart, they were separating them. They were actually separating the packaging and then trying to sell them individually. And you're not supposed to do that. Hasbro put them in. They had a separate UPC just for that.
Yeah, they were like a cardboard with a plastic around it. It said not for
shrink wrap,
resale.
do not separate, not for resale, whatever. What I think was going on is because the toy department manager at that particular Walmart, I think he was a scalper. I think he was going through and trying to find some of the rarer figures and sell them individually, and then he just throw the other ones on the shelf. But I called him out on it. I said, hey, these are the BOGO sets. Like, they're on all the Transformers message boards, because that was the thing back then, like 20 years ago. And I'm like, they're not supposed to be separated. They're supposed to be, this is what they cost at all the Walmarts. Everybody's posting pictures of them. And I looked over, and then the shopping cart hit. There was a whole bunch of the outer box that they were, discarding as he was putting these things on the shelf. And I said, look, this is, he's like, well, which ones do you want? I'm like, what the hell is this? Let's make a deal. It's like, which ones do you want? So I'll take that one and that one. That was the pack I was looking for. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the manager. I'll sell to you for like, was it like buy one, get the other one, like 50% off or something? Like, I'll make you a deal. I'm like, what the fuck is it? What is
it's like,
this,
it was
eBay?
buy one, get one free was what it was. It was
it was supposed to be buy one, get one free. These two came in the pack together because I knew they did. It was like I think it was the Cybertron Megatron or whatever that I really wanted. Or Galvatron. He was like silver. It was really cool.
I don't think it matters which one it was, baby.
Well, I'm trying to think what it was, and I wanted the silver one, and I couldn't get him. I never did get him. I've never gotten him. But I was so pissed off, and I think we actually turned him into Walmart. We said that the damn manager's separating the toys, and then he's trying to make a deal out the back door with people. So yeah, they do. The managers do get pissy, and they act like you're trying to rip them off.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, but he was definitely scamming. And you put him on the boards, and they're telling you should report it to, because they're like, no, you're not allowed to do that.
No. Nope. So I totally agree with her that that's probably what happened. They're probably like, oh no.
I don't know. Then they said that she said that people were coming out from the back, like they were acting like they were like doing work, but you could tell they were just eavesdropping. And then she'd tell them the story, and they'd be like, like, like they weren't surprised. Like, it was like the way they acted, it was kind of like, yeah, of course they are. So it's concerning. People already were worried that this was going to be a problem, and that they can say, oh, no, it won't be a problem. But it's a problem. I mean, she's like proving it. She had screenshots, everything, and it became a problem. And that's the online. So yeah, see, at this store, it's $3. You can get it online. Okay. But the shoe kept showing up that it was an online only, yet it was in the store. Yes. So that was a mistake. And then they said you can get it online on sale for $8.92, but that store had it on clearance for $3. She looked up the exact store she was in, which you can do, and then it'll tell you what the price is at your store, not in general. And they were they fought her and made her feel like a criminal because she was just trying to get $3 shoes that were, trying to save some money, and the prices changed. And it was weird. She said whenever you were in the back section where the shoes were, it rang up $3 on your phone. When you scanned it, then when you scanned the QR code or the shoe, $3. You get to the front of the store, oh, it's full price.
Yeah, she said this is bigger than it just rang up wrong because they're like, oh, it rang up wrong, whatever. She said the price is changing actively while I'm in the store,
Depending on where she's at.
depending on where she's at. And that's really what, we kind of took the long way around, but that's what's potentially going on here.
Don't we?
We always do. That's why people listen to us. So they like the stories. But like this is what we could be looking at in the very near future is that you pick an item up. And I talked about this before. I talked about how I thought it was very weird. They had the Harry Potter goldfish crackers, which are very tasty, by the way. But they had price starting price starting at $2.65 or something like that. Or
yeah, it did. Yeah.
And people are like, well, maybe it's different size. I'm like, no, they only had one size package. What does that mean? Price starting at $2.65, unless it's after 10:30, then it's $2.75. Or maybe, if you want the munchies in the middle of the night, we're going to charge you $4.25.
Or like you for the time you walk from the display to the front of the store, because we know you want it now and we can see that you've moved in the store, price went up.
Like gas.
But they said this, it was like that for a couple other, a couple other things. Because she said her son, and he was a teenager because he was with her, and he said, that was supposed to be like $8. It was ringing up for like 12 or 13 or something. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, well, it's been, we've been looking at a lot of things, so it could, I could be wrong. But he's like, I'm pretty sure it said it was one price. And by the time she rang it up, it was something completely different. And anybody who's cost conscious and who's watching that, using coupons or whatever, you're going to catch that. But a lot of people like go to you're going to go to the register, you're just going to bring up the groceries and assume it's saying the same, whatever. But you need to start checking it. And it might be a case of where people, like if they're doing a small order, take pictures of what the tag says, they compare it to your receipt, because it's going to be interesting if more people come out and say this. Because I saw another lady in her comments on her TikTok videos saying same thing happened to her. She went to go buy her daughter a swimsuit. She only had like $20 she could spend until payday. And when they were buying the they found a swimsuit for $15 and it fit. So when they went to check out, the swimsuit was now twice the price, $30. Yeah. And the daughter had to use some of her trip money because mom wasn't going to get paid in time to buy the swimsuit, because the price doubled from the time they tried it on till they got to the register. So it can't be, and there's other people in the comments making similar stories. So it's not just her that's noticing this.
No, they're trying to sneak this through. And this is, Wendy's got busted doing this. They were going to do the surge pricing, which is what everybody's afraid of. They're afraid what Walmart is doing. And I can almost guarantee you this is exactly what they're doing, is they're going to use a combination of those digital tags and AI and maybe, RFID technology if you're using the Walmart app or whatever, to determine what to charge you for items, and the item could change. And that's one thing we talked about before. We talked about the dynamic pricing before, and we were like, what if you pick something up and you're in the store for a while because you're doing your weekly groceries or whatever, and by the time you get to the register, everything costs more than what you expected it to cost because the price isn't actually the price.
But that's just it. If you're gonna have a price, the price should stay the same until like the next day or whatever. It shouldn't be changing repeatedly throughout a day. If you want to change a price, you change it, by the time the store opens the next day, not the same day. But I think it is gonna be interesting. Like, I might start doing that, taking a picture of what tag says and seeing what the receipt says, just to see if there's a difference. I wasn't paying attention before, but I am now. I know the Walmarts near us on clearance, they usually put a yellow sticker on it.
Yeah.
So usually you can tell by that it's clearance or not. So I haven't run into this, but a couple of the products she was talking about, they weren't clearance items. They were regular prices from the time they put them in the cart till they got to the checkout. The prices changed.
Yeah, we've had before where something, was marked clearance and it would still, ring up as full price because somebody screwed something up. But this is a very different situation. Like I said, with people being so budget conscious right now, they can't be thrown a curveball. You think your groceries are going to cost $100, and then you get to the checkout and it's $175 because everything literally went up in price.
Did you see this part? Walmart customers are mad because low prices could be the rear view mirror at Walmart, because it won 2 patents giving computer algorithms more of a role in product pricing. Last week, the retail landed a patent for a demand forecast tool that's designed to predict what shoppers will buy and recommend prices based on that. So it's gonna be like Disney. Oh, it's the demand. So now they're using AI and patents and stuff to try to say, well, we think because of your past behavior, you're gonna buy this stuff, so we're gonna charge you more.
Yeah, or you've got more money, or this person will buy this thing at this price, but this other person, we're gonna have to entice them. And that's just like everything with like email marketing campaigns and stuff. What they do is they'll wait a lot of times and be like, "Oh, you didn't buy it for full price. Okay, well then we'll just catch you in another week. We'll send you an email blast and be like, oh, use this code and get 10% off. Maybe that'll get you."
We know the airlines are doing it. Somebody said that they were getting told one price when they looked at it a couple of times. They went to a library computer. They were looking on their phone for an airline price. The more they kept like going to it and leaving to try to comparison shop, the price kept going up. So they went to the computer next to where they were sitting at the library and looked it up on that computer. And below and behold, it was still the low price that they were given the first time. So
yeah.
And they said that this price recommendation tool will be, and the patent would use sources tied to a specific consumer, such as purchases, prices, methods of payment, customer ID, like a passport or driver's license number. So they're going to know by your phone or whatever, you're you, and then what they can charge you and what you'll pay for, because they know that you buy these products, and we can charge you more.
So I think where this is going to go, and again,
I think it's an invasion of privacy, and
I hope I'm wrong. I think this is all going to congeal with the digital ID, and I think people are going to be charged depending on. It's like taxes, right? You're going to pay more taxes because you make more money, or we're going to give tax breaks to certain people, or it could even be if we go down the DEI rabbit hole again. It could be like, well, all the white folks pay full price, and if you're not straight white male, you get a discount depending on where you are in the progressive stack, right? I mean, I could totally see that happening, or being like, we don't think you can pay as much. That's okay. You get for half price, but this guy over here, yeah, he's got to pay full price.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not okay, and it's unacceptable. I mean, I think it's going to go back to a place where people are going to stop shopping at these places, because it's not saving you money now, is it? You're better to go down to the local grocery store where they have a set price and you know what you're paying, and they aren't changing price tags on you.
Yeah. And this is what's coming, and they're gonna keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and people push back. How this works with these corporations is they push and push, and they turn the heat up a little bit, and next thing you know, you're paying $6 for a dozen eggs, and you're like, how the hell did we get here? How are we paying?
You have to vote with your wallet. So if this is what Walmart's doing, and the fact that we know they're doing patents based on who you are with their information they've collected on you, then I would be like more and more concerned about shopping there. And the stores that are doing this, you might want to have to buy it elsewhere.
Well, okay, so this is how it worked. Walmart ran elsewhere out of business. There is no elsewhere. And when there is no elsewhere, you can charge whatever the hell you want, because what are the alternatives?
Well, I'm sure most places have like a local store nearby that you can go to. You might pay a little more, but you're going to pay more at Walmart anyway, so who cares?
At least
you're fucked Walmart over.
I miss actual price tags with the little gun that you'd pick up something and the price would be on it, and that's what it cost. When you went to the register, that's what it cost. And then we did away with that. Then we started putting the prices on the shelves with the barcodes, and you just kind of hoped, it cost what it cost. And now we've even gotten away from that, where it's just like, oh yeah, you pick it up and hope that the price didn't change.
This is going to open the floodgates, though, because now that people are finding out about this, they're going to start doing, taking a picture of the tag and then taking a picture of when they ring it out. And if it's different, it's going to be all over the place. So Walmart better buckle up, because I think they're going to be in for a bumpy ride with consumers here shortly. Because a lot of people didn't know about this or didn't think about this. As more and more comes out, if this is indeed going on, and we already know from just their patents that it's going to, that people are going to be like, hell no.
Yeah. I don't know, guys. It's going to be really interesting. I was just in shock. I was talking to our kids the other day about what things cost before the pandemic. And it's like, you want to talk about turning up the temperature slowly. You don't realize how much the food costs until you look back and be like, oh my gosh, I only paid, $1.50 for something I'm paying $2.75 for now.
Right. It's frog in the hot water.
And especially with fast food prices, at one point in time, fast food was cheap. And now you go to Wendy's, speaking of which, because Wendy's wanted to do the surge pricing. And now you walk out of Wendy's, it's like, man, I could have gone to a Red Robin or Applebee's or something.
Could have paid for Disney food at that point.
Could pay for Disney food. They all think it's Disney at this point. It's all about maximizing profits. We've gotten to this place now where and I'm all for capitalism, but this does feel like end stage. If there is an end stage to it, it's this is we've gotten rid of the competition,
Yeah.
now we're going to juice the people that are left for as much as we can because we don't have any competition. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. Then more competition's gonna have to rise in to fill the spots, I guess.
Yep. Good luck with that. Are we going to wrap it up?
Yes.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.